Gotcha.
Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Hurdle Gang back with a new video for you guys. I actually just thought about this video during my last stream. I did I thought I was going to be able to do a 24-hour stream, but it ended up being like a 20-hour stream. Maybe around like the midpoint, I've had this idea of what my next like tier list video would be, and so I was kind of like messing around with the ideas of like, you know, what characters deserve rematches and what characters don't deserve rematches. So I was asking my chat, so why not make a video like that? And I think a lot of people were like kind of thought that was probably a good idea for a video. So here we are. Definitely wanted to give one for you guys. So here we are. We're gonna try to do our best to make this tier list video. I already added some ideas for like the what I'm gonna do for like these names here. So so the S tier will definitely be No Chance in Hell. Pretty self-explanatory. The second one will label Gotta Be in the Mood. Otherwise, probably not. Yep. Third one we'll do rematch, but I'll likely regret it. And C we'll do, I'm just gonna do 4. I'm not gonna do 5. Just want to kind of keep it simple. For the fourth one, I'll do Fair and Square. I'm gonna put an asterisk next to Fair and Square because I think every character in this game has issues. So, but you know, for the sake of like this video, for the most part. But yeah, so I'm gonna put a asterisk next to find it. Yeah, next to Fair and Square, because I don't think any character in this game is fully. And we'll just put not available for that one. Okay, so here's what we got. So here's what we got. We got 4 tiers, and we got 32 characters. So that should be pretty easy to work with. All right, so let's get right into it. We got Jack 8. Jack 8, for the most part, I don't really have much of an issue with. I don't run into too many Jacks online when I play ranked. Very seldomly. Kind of wish I played them a little bit more. I usually don't think I'll regret playing Jacks since I don't really play them that often. So for the time being, I'll put him in the Fair and Square category. Jin's really strong in this game, but you know, as opposed to a lot of the other characters in this game are, you know, quote unquote busted. Jin, as much as like, you know, how strong he is and how annoying he can be, I think it's really when you just try to compare the other characters in this game. But for the most part, you know, I don't mind like playing against Jin. I don't know, some other people may disagree. June, oh my goodness, I feel like I feel like at first, and I have a love-hate relationship with June. I used to play the character in Tekken Tag 2. She's always been my favorite waifu character. Even in Tekken 8, she's still my favorite waifu character. So I'm often conflicted when I have to, like, you know, go up against her. You know, I'm very conflicted when I have to go up against her. But I'm not gonna put her in No Chance in Hell. I'll rematch, but I'll probably likely regret it either because I know how busted she is and so much stuff she can do that I haven't really figured it out yet. So maybe at some point she'll go a little bit higher, but for the time being, you know, it's a rematch, but I'm definitely gonna regret it afterwards. Kazuya, like you said, he's I mean, Kazuya, I mean, he's pretty straightforward for the most part. Never really had much of an issue rematching Kazuya's, and there's a good amount of Kazuyas online. Not as much as other characters, but you know, for the most part, you know, I don't really mind playing Kazuya. King, man, I wanted to put him in No Chance in Hell, but I gotta be in a really good mood to deal with all those grapples. The fact that his heat mechanic when he's in heat, it just doesn't make any sense. He gets heat back when he's able to get grapples off. He still's got hella chain grapples that you can honestly, you can feel like you're anticipating it and you still get hit by it, and it's the grapples just doing so much damage. His heat smash does so much damage. This character is a handful. I gotta be in a really good mood to rematch a King, otherwise it's probably most likely not gonna happen. Lars, I feel like Lars goes right here with June. I usually don't mind rematching Lars, but you know, the fact that he can just still cut up your ankles until like you have no ankles left, it's ridiculous. But yeah, he's like kind of like in the middle of the pack, I guess. But Law. I would say, man, Laws, man. Yeah, I was gonna put him in fair and square, but a lot of times Law just go ham, man. Like every Law player, man, they just go crazy with the buttons. They have no chill mode at all. Anytime I feel like I match up with a Law, like I feel good about it, and then it's like, man, I just start getting. It's never my turn for the most part. For the most part, they're just dictating the entire game and dictating the entire match. By the time it's your turn, you're pretty much like dead, and the match is pretty much over. So, Paul. Well, I mean, it's the mirror match. I mean, the mirror match. Yeah, I hate it, but you know, it's my character that I played for over like 20 years, so you know I can deal with it as much as I don't like the mirror match. It's, you know, it's not the issue. But and another thing is, like, there's not that many Pauls even in rank. Pauls are very like you rarely match up with a Paul. Maybe you'll run into more in like the lower ranks, but in the high ranks, I probably play like one Paul in the stream, and that's about it. You know, and compared to Tekken 7, where I probably match up with Pauls way more often. And you know, obviously hate the mirror matchup, so sometimes it go in my favor, and sometimes it wouldn't. And for reference, my last stream, which was about 20 hours, and I played ranked for over 10 hours, I only matched up with one Paul player that entire stream. So that goes to show you that, you know, he's very underused, especially in the high rank. Nina. I guess I would put Nina not quite here. I'll put her in a rematch, but I'll likely regret it. I wish I played more Ninas. I feel like I don't run into them enough. But I feel like if I'm shooting for a long time, I'll probably match up with maybe three or four Ninas throughout the end. If I'm doing like a long stream, I'll probably match up with maybe 4, all spread out. Yeah, I just wish I had more chances to play the character, even though, you know, I feel like along with like, you know, Laws, you know, I'll probably get like mashed to death. Ooh, sorry about that. As far as Ling Xiaoyu, oh man. Every time I match up with like a Ling Xiaoyu, it's like I feel confident. I feel confident that like I can beat the AOP nonsense. I could beat that BS, and it just ends up not even happening. It's like almost like a complete like 180 from like what I think is going to happen and then what actually does happen. Yeah, mind you, there's times where I'm able to, you know, do a good job and actually end up winning, but a lot of times it just ends up not going the way I want it to go. Yeah, I'll rematch the character, but yeah, she needs some nerfs. I don't know if she's gonna get them, but she definitely needs them. Um, Asuka, I never really had much of an issue with Asuka. I feel like I play a good amount of Asukas. Yeah, she's stronger than she was in Tekken 7. But you know, fun as an enjoyment level, like I never have an issue. And even if I lose against Asuka, I almost feel like it's because of like I just wasn't being patient enough, or obviously I know she has the back three. She has a lot of defensive like maneuvers, so you really have to play careful when you play her. But mentally, I never really have much of an issue when I play her. Leroy is starting to at least in like the high level. I gotta be in like a really I gotta be in the right mood to want to rematch Leroy. Yeah, he's not as strong as he was in Tekken 7. That much we all know, but I mean he's still Leroy. He's still got the parries. He's still the parry god. And I think the more you play him in the high ranks, the more you like start to understand. Yeah, he's not as strong as he was in the last game, but he's still pretty goddamn strong. So you definitely have to be wary of that. Lily. Lily. I feel like I'll rematch Lily, but yeah, it's almost kind of similar to like Ling Xiaoyu. Like I feel like I feel like I have a chance when I play the character, and then she starts, I feel like a lot. She has her hitboxes are kind of odd. Like a lot of moves that I feel like should hit, they don't be hitting against her sometimes, and it happens every so often. And there's a good amount of like lilies in ranked. You're gonna match up with a good amount of lilies, high rank, low rank, middle rank. So you'll definitely see a fair amount of lilies out there. So, but I think sure her hitboxes need a little adjusted. But I mean, who knows if they'll actually end up doing that? Horang is pretty much no chance in hell. But I kind of want to reserve that for. He's pretty much right there. He's right on the cusp of like no chance in hell. But I have like certain characters that I want to reserve for that, and I'll get to them. I gotta be in a really good mood, or I gotta be in the right mood to want to deal with all those shenanigans, the mashing, the buttons, the strings, the constant pressure in your face, which is basically the Tekken 8 way. And Horang pretty much like fits the mold of what Tekken 8 wanted to be from the very beginning. So when people were like, "Oh, Horang, he's not going to be in the game," of course he's going to be in the game. They're basically promoting aggression from day one. They've been promoting aggression and all this other stuff. He pretty much fits the bill of what Tekken 8 is. So yeah, of course. Claudio, I don't really feel any type of way about Claudio. I don't match up with enough of them. Yeah, the match can be kind of odd for me because a lot of times it's like I almost know what to expect, and I feel like I'm starting. I think Tekken 7 helped me, like he was a character in Tekken 7, so having to deal with him then, and then like knowing that he still has a lot of the same stuff he had in Tekken 7 in here, so maybe I'll put him fair and square. He said I don't match with him that much, but compared to some of these other egregious characters, don't really mind it that much. As Asana is weird. I mean, I know where I'm gonna put her, but like I remember during like during the closed network test or in the beta, like I remember like not having to. I mean, I matched up with her a good amount, but I feel like I did a lot better. Maybe it's because a lot of people weren't able to really dig deep into her arsenal and show off all her cheese. Now that everyone pretty much like knows how to play her, knows how to, I guess, bring out all her potential. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot more of a struggle to deal with her nowadays. Yeah, I gotta be in a good mood. I gotta be in the right mood to deal with her and that BS that she has. Running 3-2, and all her parries, and she can dodge everything, and she's just a mix up. She's just a mix up queen for the most part, and you know, you'll definitely in the high range there. You'll definitely get mixed up a lot. Raven. I don't really read. I don't really. I feel like I match up with a fair amount of Ravens. I don't think I've had much of an issue rematching them. But I mean, I also know that you know he's a character where he can easily like shift the tide in like a match. You could be up 2 rounds, and this will happen to me a lot. I'll be up 2 rounds to nothing against my opponent, and then they'll just run the tables on me, and then just like end up winning the match. I've had that happen lots of times. I feel like that almost happens the most with like Raven. Like he's just, you know, you gotta be like, you gotta play a perfect game. You can't just because you're up 2 rounds, it's never over against Raven. So you always gotta be ready. Dragonov, much as I mean, he's so saturated in rank right now. But you know, I'll put him here. Yeah, the fact that there's like so many Dragonov, they just feel like they're almost elitist because of their characters is like so strong. I want to think that he's gonna get some nerfs, but I also think that like maybe they made him so strong for a reason. Maybe if he does get nerfs, they're gonna be just a little slap on the wrist nerfs. But yeah, I mean, all rank is pretty much. I mean, I think at some point I'll be able to get a little bit better with the matchup. But yeah, he makes up like a good like 80%, along with a couple other characters of the rank queue. You're gonna match up with a Dragonov at least once. If you play ranked for like 4 hours, you're gonna match up with a Dragonov most of those 4 hours that you're playing ranked. So, but you know, yeah, I mean, I'll probably start off like rematching Dragonovs when I play, and then it just starts to become once like I start playing for a long period of time. I'm just like, okay, I'll probably start getting tired of it. This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this. Yeah, Kuma. Yeah, it goes without saying. I almost got. This is actually just happened. I was thinking about making a video of it. Cause I like to like just make like videos whether I'm winning, losing. If I feel like it's like an interesting video, I'll make a highlight of it and I'll make a video of it. But I'll pretty much like tell you guys what happened. I matched up with a Kuma in ranked. This is probably like towards like the last couple hours of my stream. I basically I was like this close from getting like triple perfected. The first 2 rounds, like couldn't get a single hit in. The third round, I was able to get one low punish, a while rising 4 punish on some move that he did. I guess it was a low, and then like he pretty much proceeded to like just maul me the rest of the game, and he had the nerve to want a rematch. I was like, yeah, you really think you're about to get a rematch from me? Yeah, ain't happening. He really thought he was going to get that rematch, and I was like, nope. Like I literally couldn't do anything the entire game, and he just. I felt like he just abused the fact that no one even knows the matchup. Leo. Leo, I'm conflicted with Leo. Don't match up with them enough, and I feel like when I do, like I know I'm gonna get pieced up mentally. Like if I feel like I'm matching up with a Leo, I feel like it's not gonna go well. So no, I can't put him, her, him. I'm not gonna put them in fair and square. I don't match up with them enough, and I definitely don't feel confident when I do match up with them. So rematch, but like to regret it. Gotta be in the mood. Yeah, hopefully over time I'll be able to play against Leo more, and then I have a more definitive answer for that. Shaheen, don't even match up with Shaheen, but you know, I put him here for now. Like I don't think there's anything unique about him that just makes him just I think it's just the fact that no one matches up with him enough. He's very underused. I feel like if you know, he had more people, or you know, maybe more people playing with him in ranked, maybe I would have more issues with him. But I never really felt too much about him. Don't really have any like ill will towards him. He just, you know, seems like a boring character. I know he was boring in Tekken 7. But you know, Steve, Steve's pretty strong. I feel like maybe in the first week or two, if I made like this type of video, he'd probably be like way higher. But Steve, this is a tough one. Gotta be in the mood. No, he's not gonna be in these two. Rematch would likely regret it. Usually, I mean, there's times where like it does go this way. Like I'll match up with them. I feel like everything's gonna go good. And then like it doesn't go good at all. But Steve kind of goes like between rematch and likely regret it, spare fair and square. I guess I'll rematch, but like regret. Damn, I'm kind of conflicted with this one. For now, I'll just put him there. If I feel like it needs to be adjusted, I can always change it. I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah, I'll put him here. I think that's fair to put him here. Honestly, it's I usually don't have any issues rematching Steve Fox. Like I know, I know like what I'm getting into. I know what I'm dealing with. You know, he's got the fast punches. He's got his stances, but you know, compared to some of these other characters that you really just rather not even deal with at all. You know, I'd rather deal with the Steve. Yoshimitsu, he was close to being no chance in hell, but you know, yeah, Yoshimitsu players are one in a kind. It's almost like they're just like trolling every time I play against them. Like they don't take it seriously, but then again, they only have to take it seriously, and they can still get wins. Like they could just be playing like, you know, they could be like, you know, on their phone and just like, you know, have their phone watching like a video, and they're just like pressing buttons and watching the video at the same time. They still find ways to win. That's honestly how it feels when I go up against them. Fangway, definitely won't put him in fair and square. I'll rematch with Fangway, even though, you know, I feel like I'll probably regret it later. He said not many Fangways that I'm running into when I play ranked. I feel like I do kind of like 50-50 against them when I do match up with a Fangway. So at least for now, I'll just put him right in the middle of the pack. Panda, you know, goes without saying. Same with the bear. Same as Kuma. Alyssa. Oh man, I gotta be in the. No. I'll rematch Alyssa. I feel like, you know, I have a fighting chance when I match up with an Alyssa. Even if it might not go my way, I feel like I have a good shot. But maybe that's because, like, you know, there's a good amount of Alyssa's out there, and you know, eventually you're gonna learn a matchup. The more you play a character, the more, you know, you're gonna become accustomed to what they do, and you know, there's a lot of strong Alyssa's out there. And I feel like I kind of do okay for the most part against her. So, you know, yeah, I feel good at putting her there. Deviljin. Yeah, there's a lot of they not as much as like some of these other characters. There's a good amount of Deviljins out there, and even now, I still feel like I have no grasp on what the character is even doing. He's he just has, they made him so busted, so strong. He has so many tools in the game. It's like ridiculous. No one knows how to properly deal with like his heat smash, and oh my goodness, like what didn't they what didn't they give Deviljin in Tekken 8? But we all knew that, you know, he was going to be like one of the strongest characters. He was one of the strongest characters in Tekken 7, you know. And of course, he's one of the strongest characters now. But maybe I have to wait for some of the nerfs to hit, and then maybe my opinion on Deviljin will change. Lee, fair and square. I don't put Lee in fair and square. I don't really mind Lee. Rematch, instantly regret it. Do I feel that way against Lee? Gotta be in the mood. I feel like I kind of want to put him in fair and square. I don't really have much of an issue with rematching a Lee. Maybe when the game like first came out, maybe around like the first week or two, like I think I matched up with like a couple leagues, and I feel like I had no shot whatsoever. Like I had no idea. I feel like yo, he's just gonna be my worst matchup. That's how it felt. But that's also how it felt with like Steve as well. Oh, I should probably plug in my I thought it was plugged in, but I guess not. Don't want my don't want this dying off on me, my computer dying on me when doing a recording. But yeah, Lee. Yeah, I don't think I have much of an issue with Lee. But yeah, when the game first came out, wasn't fighting too many of them. They were definitely piecing me up pretty good. But I think the more I've gotten to play against them, I'm starting to like tolerate it to an extent now. Zafina. Oh my goodness, she's in Tekken 7. She was basically right here. Man, Zafina. Yeah. I think. Well, that's not actually true because I feel like, even though I might not feel really good about it, no, I probably should put her here. Yeah. I gotta be in the right mood to deal with all that nonsense. Yeah, she's not as strong as she was in Tekken 7. I get that everyone's pretty much like saying that to her blue in the face, but it still is Zafina. She still has you still don't know if she's doing low, mids, or highs for the most part. Her stances, she's spider crawling on the ground and whatnot. Like, no one's really trying to deal with that nonsense. I gotta be in the right headspace to want to deal with that for more than one game. So Victor goes without saying. Yeah, I was kind of waiting. Yeah, my no chance in hell category was meant to be like very, very small. So that's reserved for certain characters that really just like, bro, what are you even doing? Like, no one knows how to play this character. Like, I thought I did good in the early goings, but in the high ranks, like they just abuse so many different things with the character, and they can just get away with anything. It's honestly pretty pathetic, but it's. I mean, this is what they wanted for Tekken 8. They wanted to push aggression. They wanted players to have a chance to play these type of characters, and I hope that he gets hit with some serious nerfs and the time coming ahead. But something tells me he's really not going to get hit with many of them. Brian, I'll rematch with Brian, but I'll regret it for the most part. I feel like I'm kind of like mixed. I got a mixed feeling with Brian. There's times where like I can barely get a hit in, and there's times like I pretty much know like the game plan for a good amount of Brian's. Like they wanna abuse the soccer kicks and things of that nature, and I get like the game plan for a lot of these Brian's, but compared to some of these other characters, he's tolerable. I'll say that much. Reina would have probably been down here, but these last couple weeks have not been too kind for me for Reina. Rematch, but I likely regret it. No, yeah, I'm pretty much regret it every time I rematch with Reina. Like I feel like in my head, like I can do good against her. I feel like I could beat the strings and her pressure game and her mix-up game, and then ends up I just get no round browned. And if I rematch, they don't rematch, or it's just, or they'll rematch, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore. So, Reina definitely probably had like the biggest like shift in the last like, if I had did this like 2 weeks ago, everyone here would probably have been where they are, except for Reina. Reina probably would have been like a little bit higher, but lately, Reina's been dominating the rank queue. I don't think there's any sign of her getting any serious nerfs. Like you said, characters like her, Horang, as you say, like those type of characters, they're pushing. That's a Tekken 8 identity. The aggression, the pressure. Those characters I just named, those are the characters that really push that agenda. So I highly doubt that Bandai Namco wants to nerf those characters. It's more about like them maybe buffing other characters who probably need more of that to maybe to like hang with some of those other characters that I just named. So But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is this is meant to be kind of like a short video. I just kind of had the idea of like wanting to do this, and I didn't want to like wait too long to like, and then like be busy later in the week and not have a chance to do it. So I kind of wanted to do it while it was like kind of fresh in my mind. But I hope you guys like enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A good amount of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. I think it's around a number around 80 to 90%. So definitely helps me push out more content for you guys. And I love doing this. I love playing Tekken. I love bringing content for you. So if you guys enjoy the videos, just let me know, and I'll be sure to make more in the future. But hope you guys had a good time watching it, and I will talk to you guys another time. Her gang out.